It may not even exist at all.
I am death.
Will one day pass away completely. Communicate. And
I open the door.
we've experienced it, survived.
The story starts with scary screams from far away, then a wet sound of a bad kill. A group of bad guys comes together for a mean show. A man makes fun of a scared boy named Spike. He says the shaking man is for a dark reason. The leader tells the cop man to pick up his weapon. He says this is a fight to the death with no kindness. He calls on a dark lord. The crowd watches as the bigger man easily knocks the weapon away. He makes fun of Spike as the gang laughs loud.
Do you want to pick that blade up?
Spike breathes hard as his enemy plays with him. He tells the boy to get his blade, but kicks it. But when the big man jumps again, Spike hits back. He cuts his bad guy, and the crowd gasps. Blood shoots from a blood tube as the hurt man knows he is done. He begs friends for help as his life goes out. The leader laughs and says no mercy. He makes fun of the dying man as he gets cold and dies. Once the loser stops breathing on the dirt, the leader looks at the winning boy who breathes hard. He says Spike is no good and names him Jimmy. If you made it this far, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Later, with sick groans in the wild, a monster screams while hunting. It corners a scared man who yells in vain. The beast growls and kills its prey. Samson yells in pain as his body twists hard with chains rattling and bones breaking. He goes through a mean change alone in the dark. A sleep dart hits him and stops his wild run. Dr. Kelson comes to check the sick man. He says he named Samson for his strength. He treats the wound like a new doctor, jokes it's free, and sees steam from pipes in his hideout. He lights a smoke to calm in the dark and plays music to fill quiet. Samson wakes with a low growl, making Kelson freeze as the beast breathes weird. The doctor holds a bottle for a deal and warns bad acts lose for both. When Samson growls and might not get words, Kelson gives another sleep shot. He wonders if sickness clouds Samson's mind or wipes old thoughts. Kelson laughs, happy he is safe, but Samson yells in pain from his new form. In the forest, people walk through wind and rain. Two men split to find things in quiet woods, but growls break quiet. They see a sick one in bushes and no noise brings it. A stick snaps and it attacks Jono as his friend runs. Jono yells for help, but the creature growls and kills him bad. Tom tells his girlfriend to run, then lies that Jono just got mad. At a farmhouse, George gets stopped by bad guests. Gang boss Sir Jimmy sits in the home telling odd stories. The gang laughs wild, not seeing fear. Sir Jimmy makes Jimmy a dance for their loud fun. George faces them and asks why in the house. Sir Jimmy says tired walkers let in. George says gate shut. Leader tells about crew, all Jimmy. Jokes his name Roberto Calamari, then says Jimmy. Asked to leave, Sir Jimmy smiles cold. Bad fight starts, gang attacks, leaves people dead. Sir Jimmy says stay night. One complains same stories. Dr. Kelson works alone in lab, singing old song on radio. Back at farm, Sir Jimmy talks to group on world fail. He says God stopped no demons. People fall like dying flame. Sir Jimmy says the world is now hell run by old Nick. He says he is the picked son and next in line. He calls his followers his fingers and gives them claws for kind acts. He says his 7 fingers will hold his crown. Tom cries in fear as Sir Jimmy tells about their bad job. They go around the land to find souls and give them away. He says today's kind act means taking off a shirt. This makes the cop man beg as the gang comes close. Scary music gets loud as the gang starts their mean attack. They make fun of the man as they get ready to hurt him a lot. One uses a knife, making the tied man scream softly. The sound of skin tearing fills the room. Outside, Spike throws up hard because he can't take the bad hurt. But Jimmy Incorporated talks to him and says he can't run from this life. Spike begs not to join in and breathes fast in worry. So Incorporated lets him stay out while the hurt goes on. If you made it this far, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. At the same time, Dr. Kelson talks soft to Samson about low supplies. He says the pain drug will end in 2 weeks. He tells he took from every drug box in 70 miles. He warns Samson's calm time will stop. Kelson says death is a forever fix and wants Samson to have real peace. He asks for a small yes sign. All at once, Samson taps a beat and says moon. This shocks the doctor, who cries as Samson says it again. Back at the farmhouse, yells fill the air as Sir Jimmy comes near. Tom hides on the floor, scared by the killing. The boss asks for strong fingers to make a fist and tells them to pay mind. Sir Jimmy gives a mean choice. Fight a finger to join or say no and get the death kind act they give to others. Shaking, Tom picks a finger to fight to live. He looks around and picks a girl in the gang. Sir Jimmy laughs at the pick and calls his dark boss. Sir Jimmy says old Nick tells them to fight. Soon the cult boss yells for the fight to start. Jimmy laughs as she plays with her slow enemy. But Tom gets knocked down fast and fights to push away her knife. Sir Jimmy makes fun of the boy and calls for his last time. He says old Nick wants a kind act. Jemima wants to make her catch feel bad before she kills him. She makes fun of Tom and says she picked him because he is weak. Out of the blue, a big hook comes down and smashes Jima's head right away. She falls and makes silly sounds. As she dies, Sir Jimmy sees a sneak in the roof beams. He tells them to catch her alive and points at her. But the woman fights and sets Jimmy Jones on fire. Sir Jimmy stays calm as his man yells in fire pain. He watches the burn and thinks deep about the sound. At last, he tells Spike to run after the woman who got away.
Catch her! Bring her to me!
In the hall, the new person tells Tom to go fast. Tom begs her to take him so he can get out. They get away and lock the big door behind. Spike walks by the burned dead body of his friend and goes to Sir Jimmy in the dark. The boss asks why he did not catch the woman. Scared, Spike lies and says he killed her in the fight. Sir Jimmy backs Spike into a spot and asks for more about the kill. Spike lies more and says he hid the body in the woods. The boss gets mad about no prize brought back. He yells at the boy for no try at all. He makes fun of Spike's tears and says no sorry. He says to ask old Nick to judge the mess up. One more man says Spike ran from the fight. Jimmy Incorporated says Spike is too weak for kind acts. The group says yes to ask the Dark Lord face to face. Jimmy Incorporated says he saw the devil before. He tells of a red shape in front of a bone house that rules a calm, sick top dog. They say to walk to the place for a call. In a new place, Dr. Kelson looks in supplies for naloxone. He gets scared by the morning light outside and calls for Samson, but hears nothing. From a hill close by, the gang looks down at the doctor. One follower whispers if the shape is real. Sir Jimmy says yes, it is the devil. He holds the fake idea to keep power. He says the bone build is one of many big houses. Jimmy Incorporated says it looks very old. The boss says no going close yet. He says he must go to the mad god alone first. He leaves the group and goes down the hill by himself. The woods are quiet, but for bird sounds. Sir Jimmy gets to the rock hole and says hi to the new man. He asks straight if he is called Old Nick. Dr. Kelson is mixed up and says no.
Are you Old Nick?
Old Nick?
Yes.
No.
He says his name is Ian and does not know the cult stories. The boss keeps asking if he is the devil. Kelson laughs and sees his looks made the mix-up. He says the bone pile is just a memory spot. His skin is orange from safe stuff called iodine. Jimmy asks the doctor if smart work made the sick spread. When Kelson says he does not believe in God, Jimmy sees his wrong think. He says he feels good not to meet his dad. Kelson asks what he means. This makes a bad tell. The young man says his dad is Satan. He says he never sees his bad family, but always hears the mean voice in his head. He lets down his walls and says his name is Sir Lord Jimmy Crystal. But he picks to rest and says his followers wait close. At the same time, the group waits outside and does hard fight play. Spike says his worries and thinks the new man might be just a normal old guy. A true fan says no to this doubt with a knife scare. He says the new man is Old Nick and talks of the big win to meet him. But soft talks ask if Sir Jimmy is fake. Spike says Jimmy never talked of bone big houses before. He says their boss did not know the place. Back inside, Jimmy thinks on kid times of the world end. As Kelson tries hard to think of small things, he says he knows the old world's ways. Jimmy tells of growing up next to a church. He says his dad was really a priest, not a bad one. Jimmy remembers how his mom and sisters got killed bad. He says his dad led the sick army that killed them. This bad thing made his mind think Dad was Satan. Now Jimmy tells he is in hard spot. He promised his group to meet Devil, so he says he will hurt Kelson bad if he does not play along.
Because if you can't help me with my problem, I'm going to force feed you your own intestines until you can no longer breathe.
The doctor sees a way to live and says yes to the fake play. Later, Jimmy goes back to group with big words. He tells the cult how to act right, says touch Dark Lord means death, only picked son can talk. At same time, Dr. Kelson tells Samson his big fears. He says new things made him do this. He thinks sick makes mind see bad things that are not there. To fix this mind sick, Kelson gives test pills. In other place, Spike tries to run, but Jimmy stops him. Jimmy pulls knife to pay back for dead friend. Just as he gets ready to kill Spike, a fight ends with gasp. Jimmy Incorporated stands over dead body, tells Spike only way to live is be true. Spike makes up lie fast about dead man scared, says he killed to stop run away. Ink sees lie right away, but takes the fake story. Later, Kelson checks patient, asks if pills fixed mind. Samson's view changes big, and he is in sun world with car sounds. He walks in this clear dream, gets on train. Man asks for ticket, but Samson has none. People turn to bad beasts. Real mixes with dream as he fights. Yells scared as dream falls. Back in ritual room, set for big show, fireworks go off for Dark Lord come. As wild music stops, Sir Jimmy laughs loud at show while Dr. Kelson keeps fake, calls cult forward. He tells group come in dark and says they are fingers of right hand, tells crowd kneel. But tells Sir Jimmy stay up as picked son. Doctor says time on earth short. Sir Jimmy asks worried for last words. Kelson tells keep bad hell job, says their mean is good to keep devil act. Then says followers must do what Sir Jimmy says no wait. No bad talk or back. Last, grow numbers big. Make more till no place safe. Happy with true, tells Jimmy stand. Sir Jimmy tries and meet and go, but Kelson says wait. Jimmy tries say they have words, but doctor says one more. He says need special give tonight. Kelson tells about Christ and church, says God's son had to hurt to go up. Says Christ had to be on cross first. Looks at Sir Jimmy, says need same. Leader sees bad, he must be on cross as Kelson points followers to do. Jimmy Incorporated waits, asks if week one is Satan. Kelson keeps dark act to save Spike. Says yes devil and mess, tells cult kill Sir Jimmy now. Jimmy Incorporated does, turns bad to old leader. While Spike watches mean fight, after fight leaves Sir Jimmy hurt. Spike says sorry to dying doctor for lie. Jimmy Inc. sees two know each other, and Kelson says he is just man. Doctor says good job to Spike for good act. Says he did act to save her.
You put on a good show.
Tells Spike she heard enough, and says one last act to end cult. Jimmy Incorporated hits nails into Sir Jimmy, makes screams. Woman says real name Kelly. Tells Spike run from place now. Sir Jimmy cries alone as others go. Sees bad voice gone. Body shakes as life goes. Calls mom and last time. Weak, Dr. Kelson calls to close shape. Samson finds Dr. bleed on ground. Kelson thanks and says last words in old talk. Last breath as music big. Sir Jimmy yells to sky and sad. Asks why dad left him. Last bad growl in air. Scene goes to quiet home with birds. In other place, pot whistles in calm kitchen. Man Jim teaches history to talk rebuild beat enemies to stop new wars. Sam says line about forget history. Jim says ideas can go broke. Hints topics on test. Lesson stops by low growl out. Jim gets weapon and points to field. Sees beasts chase two new people in grass. Says must help run people.